Hey guys, it's Ashley, and this is the intro to my new video. Sorry, I'm filming on my phone, and so I don't know where to look. Okay. So, anyways, welcome, and yeah, in this video you're about to see is I'm doing a time lapse, of course. Well, it's kind of like I filmed some like regular pieces, but I just put it all together so that you are just seeing it sped up because the video would be 30 minutes long, and I'm not sure if any of you want to watch it 30 minutes long. Actually, I think it was an hour long, and I got it to like 22 minutes. Though with this, it's gonna be up to like 23. But anyways, I just want to quickly mention about I'm gonna start talking in the next. That is my dog. 1 second. So, anyways, I am going to be talking about creating art for yourself. Just because, you have a show coming up and it's designated to one thing doesn't mean that you just have to paint that thing up until that time. And you kind of burn yourself out if you do that. And that's what I learned is that I had this Italy show coming up, and I was just like, I gotta do all these things to get it done in time. And, and that's not really a mindset that you should put on yourself. Like, I put a lot of pressure on myself. I put a little too much pressure on myself because, in a way with my art, I'm a perfectionist. And I just want to get everything, I want to be the one with everything matted and framed and, and ready. And, so anyways, I was pushing myself, and did so much Italy stuff that I burned it out. And, I took so many reference photos from that trip. So, of course, I'm going to paint later on. But, as you'll see in this video, I'm doing something completely different from, the Italy, stuff I've been doing. And so I'm really excited to, paint these scenes that I've been just wanting to paint. I'm trying to grab a piece, but it's back there. And but anyways, you'll see a theme in this video of mountains and trees, and yeah, that's my passion, and that's my love, is the mountains and trees in Maine. So that's what these paintings are from, or the pictures are from Maine. So anyways, I hope you enjoy.
Alright, y'all. So in today's video, I'm working on some paintings. I'm doing an acrylic background. For most of these, I'm doing an acrylic background. And then I'm going to go over it in oil. And this one, I'm going over it in oil. But that's what I'm doing in the video. But I just really want to chat about finding love for your art again. Or not finding love for your art again, but like how to paint for yourself. And I just want to touch on this because it's very important. And I kind of experienced this recently, and that's why I'm doing these mountain scenes. But I've been working so much towards this Italy show, and because I just wanted to get everything out there, because I'm a newly graduated artist, and I need to get myself out there. I just feel like I'm not doing anything, and well, obviously I'm painting and drawing and doing all that, but I felt like this Italy show, I just wanted to get everything out there. So I worked hard, and I was pushing to finish my sketchbook because I really wanted to show that off, and I didn't get to. I wanted to do two more oil paintings, but that didn't happen, and I'm okay with that. But because I still got a lot of work out there, and I'm really proud of that. But during this, it made me realize that I was kind of burning out a little bit, like not of like burning out of creating. And that's a big problem for someone who wants to be an artist, for their the career, for their profession. And after I finished what I could for the show, I felt a little, I don't know if it was uninspired, or I just felt like I needed to do something for myself. And so um, I went looking for inspiration. And I have some suggestions if y'all are in a rut yourself and you're looking for your inspiration. Now, I love going back to what I love to do, and what I love to paint and or draw, and usually that's flowers or dogs, but in this case it's landscapes, but more specifically it's mountain landscapes in Maine. And I just find my inspiration from these photos that I found of my dad's collection. And we're from Maine, and he took tons of pictures. It's so inspiring. And so to find my inspiration, I went through his photos to find some that I really liked that I wanted to recreate. And so that's what I'm doing here. But what I also realized is that I went back to my roots as well. And last Christmas, I did this huge painting of, a mountain scene. There's a progress video on my YouTube. You can check it out. I'll link it. And there's this huge painting that I did. And I just really enjoyed it. It was for my senior show. And I just really enjoyed that process of like stepping back and being like, oh my gosh, this is so good. And I don't know what that accent was. I'm sorry, y'all. But anyways, yeah, I just really enjoyed painting it. And ever since then, I've just enjoyed the mountain scenes. And so that is what I'm doing here. And that's what I found for my inspiration, was these mountain scenes. So what I'm doing here is that I'm doing 4 different landscapes, and they're all in different seasons. I think I have like 2 winter ones, and then I have maybe like a summer one and a spring one. I'm not really sure. But that's what I decided to paint. And I also wanted to just paint something that could be easily reproduced as like a print or sell a digital product. And that's what I'm trying to aim for recently, is trying to find the best way to make my living as an artist. So I already said something similar to this, but I'm going to say it again because I feel like it's very important. But when you are creating, when you're in your rut and you're trying to, you want to create something but you don't know what, is, you go back to your inspiration, go back to what you love. And that's, for me, that was flowers and dogs. And what you should do is you should pull out your sketchbook. And I'm one of those people who believes in practice. Practice makes perfect. But it's honestly true. And I feel like your sketchbook is one of those one of the best places to, find your inspiration and to practice. And that doesn't mean you don't have to, not every page has to be a masterpiece, but you can find masterpieces through your sketchbook. And I feel like that's very important so that you can find your love for drawing again and painting again. And I'm showing you my brushes right now. What I'm using. I love these brushes. They're amazing. But anyways, yeah, that's what I suggest is, just pull out your sketchbook whenever you can. When you're in a rut or you feel like you don't have time to create, you can just do a 5-minute sketch or a 10-minute sketch. In the mornings or afternoons or during lunch or anything like that. And that really helped get your stimulation going for your art again. That's what I did when I was at school. I used to work in the little art office, and during those times I wasn't doing anything. I would pull out my sketchbook, look on Pinterest or Unsplash, and just find inspiration to paint or draw. And also, don't be afraid to try different mediums. Like, I found out that I absolutely love charcoal and pastels and those really fun mediums. So, yeah. I also have another suggestion about finding inspiration. Now, this is kind of funny because the video context of my voice is kind of messy throughout, but I'm just throwing out ideas and things that I have. Sometimes I do this with my friends when we're having a conversation. And I think that's just my personality. Is I just plop out. Man, I am really painting that. That's a time lapse. But anyways, finding inspiration, going back to what you love, but that also kind of works with the, the art history artists that you've learned about. And one of my huge inspirations is Claude Mouet. I'm probably butchering that name, but he's just one of my favorites. And, sometimes you just got to go back to the classics and really figure out what you love. Like, color scheme, the way they painted it, how realistic it is, how not realistic it is, and use that for inspiration. And I've unconsciously used Moe as my inspiration for these paintings. And what it is that these photos that I'm using are basically in the same area, but different seasons. And I think that's really cool that I unconsciously did that because Moe, some of you might not know, but he was most famous for his lilies, but he did a lot of paintings where he would paint the same subject, but in different times of the day. And I also think different seasons too. I'll have to look back. But finding inspiration in, these, passed on artists is really good too. And even like their drawings that they do, like, Da Vinci and Michelangelo and just all those, famous artists are very good inspirations as well. also have one more suggestion before I let y'all go, so you can watch the rest of the video. But when you're working on stuff, so I recently did a commission for a friend, and when you get to that point where people are asking you to paint things for them, you have to make sure it's doing something you love, because if not, you're just painting something you don't want to paint, and it's not bringing you any inspiration or anything like that. You're just just painting to paint, and that's not fun. And so I suggest, if you're taking on commissions, that it should be doing, for something you love. So I recently got commissioned to do a landscape for my friend, and it was a challenge. I've never done rocks before, and it was interesting, but I got through it, and I felt like I learned a lot about myself in that painting, and it helped me gain my my eyelashes are looking really good in this view. Okay, focus, Ashley. Okay, so but yeah, just creating, like, Christmas presents for friends and family. Like, make sure it's something that you want to do, because if not, it's not going to be inspirational. You're just painting to paint, and that's not good. And so anyways, keep that in mind when you're accepting things to paint. So I like to paint dogs, draw dogs, and I like to do landscapes. Now, if people ask me to commission them, or people ask me to commission, like a landscape or a dog or even a portrait, I feel like I love portraits recently. I need to paint more of them. I want to get a sketchbook. I'm going off tangent, but I want to get a sketchbook, and maybe I'll make a video about this next year. But I want to get a sketchbook, and I want to use that sketchbook just for portraits. Now, it could be portraits of people, it could be portrait of dogs, animals, old baby photos, but I just, this past year, during spring break, I did a portrait of myself for my drawing class, and I absolutely loved it, and I killed it too. Like, it took me 2 days. I think it took me 2 days, and I also did another one too, which wasn't during spring break, so I got that one done as well. It came out really good. Maybe I'll show those to y'all down the road. That'll be a fun video. But anyways, yeah, you can designate certain sketchbooks for certain things, like mixed media sketchbooks. You can gesso the pages and then paint on it. That's a really good idea. And yeah, so I'm gonna let y'all go and just watch me finish the first layer. So I'm probably gonna have a part 2 of this painting, of all these paintings. Goodness, I'm so texting y'all. Yeah, I'll have more videos coming out soon, so watch out. All right, thanks. Bye.